Hello everyone and welcome back to Cattails, and we are here with Auberon, who is currently in his den in Mystic Colony right now, but who's probably... Oh, whoa, what's happening here? Hi Auberon, how are you today? Listen, there's something I want you to see. Something tells me you can help me with it. Maybe you can restore the balance. Oh, is this the same... This might be the same thing we saw with Dusty starting yesterday. If you get a free moment, you should come to the Sacred Temple. It's right in the middle of the wilderness. You can find it on your map. I'll meet you there. Well, Auberon, this might be quite the twist of events for you. I feel like he would kind of grudgingly head that way. He had other plans for this day. This wasn't exactly what he anticipated this afternoon working out to be. And just a second, let me put my volume up because I can't hear what's going on. And let's grab some of this because I feel like he would grab onto just some of the things that he finds, even if he doesn't really know what to do with them. But I feel like he kind of would grudgingly follow Coco and just be like, all right, let me come see, as long as it's fast, and just kind of see what's going on. But I believe this is the start of the same quest that we had with Dusty yesterday. Oh, except here's the river. And is this the island? This is the island. Is there a bridge? I don't think there's a bridge. Oops, we should have tried to catch that. Is there a bridge up here? There's got to be a bridge somewhere around here. Because he is not going to try and swim. He's had an accident in the river before where he almost didn't make it out, and I don't think he's going to want anything to do with swimming after that. Okay. Where does the river even go? There's got to be an easier way to get to the temple than this. He might just have to swim. I don't feel like... Oh, good, there's a bridge. I don't feel like he would be in... Oh, let's grab these as well. In any specific hurry, though, because he's the sort who's like, you just interrupted my day. Yeah, sure, I'll come help you, but I'm gonna kind of take my time about it. He's not exactly the most, I don't know. Oh, and that, what is this place? This is, oh yeah, I know where this place is. So it's interesting, those do show up there even ahead of time. So let's come up here and talk to Coco and just see. Hello, Coco. You're here, good. Now we just have to make sure there's no one else around. Okay, looks like we're alone. I'm about to show you a place I've never shown anyone else. I think you may be able to help me. Follow me, Auberon, down into the temple ruins. Oh, and we shall go after him here and just see... okay. Let's see. Well, this is it. The temple ruins. Pretty neat, isn't it? This is where I live. I don't let most cats in here, but I made an exception for you. I don't know why, but it's like something inside me is telling me that you can help me with a small problem that I'm having. You see, I'm not the only one that lives here. These ruins are also the residence of a kindly nature spirit. The Forest Guardian watches over the wilds and maintains the balance between all living things. But now the Forest Guardian is gone, disappeared, vanished. One day the Guardian was here, the next day the Guardian wasn't. The balance is broken. That's the last thing they said to me before they left. I don't know what to do. Maybe the Forest Guardian is weakening. Maybe it's a test, but I think you might be the solution to this mess. We should bounce some ideas off each other. There's an old prophecy about the arcane pillars that line the halls of the temple ruins. You can find them all around this room. They look like dark, standing stones, so these things. The prophecy says that the pillars have been endowed with some sort of power, but I haven't figured out how to activate them just yet. Maybe you know how. Listen, I know it sounds crazy, but you have to try to get them working for me. Check out the pillars for me, won't you? Alright, I feel like Auberon is very, very skeptical and is probably just like, okay... And it actually did activate. Okay, what did you do? What do you mean you don't know? Look at the arcane pillar. It's pulsing with light. How odd. It's like it's reacting to you. I feel like Auberon is just like, well, this is weird through all this. Well, this is a step in the right direction. Whoa, do you see those symbols above the pillar? What do you think it means? Maybe the pillar is trying to tell us something. Oh, I have an idea. Maybe you should go and collect all those items, then bring them to this pillar. That might be enough to activate its power and bring the Forest Guardian back. Maybe try to place the items at the foot of the pillar. That just might work. Alright, so do we have any of them on us? We do have a hair, so I think Auberon is still very skeptical about this whole thing, and probably would continue to go about his business for the most part. Let's see, I don't think we've activated the power paw here, have we? There is a power paw at this temple that we can get if we walk on all these paw prints here. But I feel like Auberon is still extremely skeptical of this whole thing and is kind of just like, okay then. Okay, I think we must have gotten it. And would kind of just go on about his day and kind of keep it in the back of his mind, maybe even forget about it partially, because he's the sort who would tend to think of this as basically a bunch of baloney. And he has other things he wants to get off to. Such as going to try and continue to work his way into the mountain domain. He's been visiting over there, and some of you guys have been speculating that even though Auberon himself would never admit it, perhaps there's another reason that he's going up there, rather than just wanting to get a new coat unlocked, because we need to try and do that, because I still haven't found one that I feel fits in. Maybe we will have to check the forest colony after this, because this one's a little closer, but I want to see what other options we have. But some of you guys have been speculating that maybe, just maybe, he has an ulterior motive for continuing to visit, even when it doesn't... Oh, how are we going to get up here? Oh, this is the loop. There should be a bridge down here. Yeah, but that he himself would not be too keen on admitting. We shall have to see. We shall have to see. So, and some of you guys have been saying in here, in the comments, that you wanted to see what would happen if we give Robin some valerian, because apparently she really likes that. So we'll probably take a look at that here. And let's see, where's Jag? We want to keep... How's our reputation even doing? It's up pretty high right now, but I think we still... Let's eat some of these blackberries. I think we still want to keep raising it. There we go. And I feel like he would maybe give some marigold to Luna. He wants to keep up, kind of keep a good reputation with everybody, and I think that did raise our reputation there. What does Arthur have to say? Who goes there? Hearken to my words, traveler. My mind is drawn to tactics and strategy. That's why Leo has made me a knight of the mountain domain. So many important questions must be answered. Where to strike and when to strike being most prominent. So Auberon and Arthur haven't always gotten off the best. They kind of clashed a little bit last episode. I think Delta likes lavender, right? Yes, okay. So we'll give her some of that. And let's see if Robin here does... Oops. Let's just talk. You're from a different colony. What are you doing here? I wanted to talk to Robin, because she's the one you guys were saying might like this valerian. Hi, Auberon. What brings you by today? This is too generous, Auberon. I love these. Okay, so she really does, and I feel like he would kind of just give her another... He's kind of trying to almost sweet-talk the other cats in this colony, because right now, especially Arthur, is very suspicious, and they almost even challenged him the last time. Okay, we're gonna continue to up our reputation as well, and that does a lot. Holy cow, that gives like 4 points. That gives a lot. Wow. Okay, so but I feel like he does want to keep his reputation up with them quite a bit, because especially last time, let's visit the shop and we'll sell some items. But especially last time, it almost seemed like Arthur kind of challenged him and almost maybe mentioned something about meeting in battle, and so it kind of maybe not the closest friendship, not quite best buds yet. Arthur is quite suspicious of him, and I feel like Auberon is not exactly too sure about Arthur either, kind of giving him the side eye from time to time. And of course at this time, I believe Larkin would be around as well. And so I don't know how Larkin would feel towards Auberon, because she does spend a lot of time with Arthur and tends to support him quite a bit. Whoa, there's Forest Colony here. If they come across, I think he would fight, but he's not going to cross the river. Oh, and they did, okay. Ouch. But, so I think, okay, ooh, that's no good. Hey, nah, it's so hard to outrun him. It's really hard. Okay, there we go. But yeah, so I don't know, I feel like Larkin might be a little bit suspicious as well, simply because Arthur is, and, she tends to look up to his judgment quite a bit. I do consider all the cats to be in the different colonies at the times that we're playing, so even though we can't see them, of course, because it's different save files and they're not actually NPCs, I do consider them to be in the other colonies. So with this quest as well, perhaps it takes all 3 or something like that. We shall have to see. We're quite a ways away. We're in basically forest colony territory now. We better scoot out of here. I don't think they're going to be too happy to see us. Let's make our way back home. I don't really think they're going to be pleased that we're here. I almost want to get him a teleport to teleport him back home, because I think he might benefit from that. Whoa! Storm is here! Storm is here in the storm. That's kind of interesting because, I don't know. Dusty has a daughter named Storm who happens to look exactly like that, which that's kind of weird. I doubt it could be actually be her, because the timing would be off, but whoa, that's weird. Maybe Storm grows up to be a time traveler. You never know. That's kind of a crazy coincidence. Some of you guys have said you've seen cats named Dusty as well, and so it's kind of interesting, but yeah, I at least do tend to think of them as existing in the same world, if never actually straight up interacting. We might just have to swim, much as Auberon doesn't like it. There's really not a lot of crossings around here. There's really not. This part of the river seems fairly safe to cross. I think we can make it, yeah. And then we can snag this catnip as well, and this golden seal. And swim back across. There we go. So that's not too bad. That looks like it's a pretty slow part of the river. Let's eat some of these blackberries, and then we'll eat this hare or this rabbit as well. Let's come down this way. And this is the sacred temple. I don't think he would I don't think he maybe kind of remember his mission here, but not be paying a huge amount of attention to it at the same time. This looks like pretty slow. Oh gosh, this looks like a pretty slow part of the river anyway. Alright, let's see if we can get out of here. There's catnip, which we did not actually manage to grab. Dang it, I thought we were going to be able to. Ouch. These cats do a lot of damage. They really do a lot of damage. Ow. Oh boy, let's get out of here. Okay, we gotta take out Cattails. That sounds so ridiculous to say. And there's Mystic Colony here as well. Okay, maybe they'll come help us. Hopefully. There we go. Oh, can we do it? Can we do it? There we go. Yes, we did. Okay, thank you guys. I feel like he would be at least grateful to them, if not, still not very buddy-buddy with the colony. And he is once again hurt. I think he would just kind of try and sneak his way home and want to sleep it off. And I highly doubt anybody's going to be out at this time of night. What is over here? It's going to be down. Okay. Oops. Oh, that's a puddle. Okay. We kind of bolted straight into the water. I doubt he would ever do that intentionally, because he really doesn't like swimming, especially after all the bad experiences he's had with it. And I feel like he would kind of just creep into his den here, kind of go slinking home and sleep it off. So let's send him to bed here. And there we go. Alright, let's head out again. It is actually coming up on winter here. And we'll see. Here is Slip and Oracle. I don't feel like he's really connected to either of those cats, or Nil, or even Elisa for that matter, or Crampy, or even Mossy, but he probably would stop in and say hi to Savannah here. Howdy, glad you stopped by. Aren't the leaves pretty when they change colors? They are. I don't think he's the sort who will really notice that, and I feel like he maybe would bring her some catnip, because he really does appreciate her. He's probably, out of everyone in the colony, he does appreciate her the most, I think. He's probably closest to her. And I feel like he would... He's almost kind of sweet on her in some ways, a little bit. He maybe has a little bit of a crush on her, maybe. Out of all the cats right now, I think she would probably be the one he would try and bring a rose to if he ever wanted to, but she's actually not a marriageable NPC, and so that can really never happen. I honestly, I feel like she sees him much more as almost a little brother. She's kind of become his mentor in some ways, and it's, although I think they will have a long and lasting friendship, I wouldn't even see a future for them romantically, even if it were possible, honestly. So, I think there's going to be a great beauty in their friendship, but I don't think it would become something, I don't think it would progress to anything romantic beyond that, even if it were in the game. So, let's head up this way, and we'll go back, we'll continue kind of traipsing around mountain territory. We're not quite up there yet, though, with our muse here. Up here is a dove, if we can catch it, and we should check on our experience points too and see just how many we have right now. We have 121. Whoa, why haven't we upgraded things? I think we'll upgrade hunting, and then he still is not very much of a forager, but he might upgrade swimming or fighting soon. So let's see if we can catch this this crow here. We get it, we got it, alright. And it seems there is another trapdoor here, but I don't think he'd be paying enough attention to notice that. I think he would kind of just head off along his way here and make his way back up to the mountain domain. I don't think he's very interested in actually joining the colony. He's honestly, in all honesty, it's not in the game yet as far as I know, but eventually it will be planned to have your own colony, and out of all our cats, I could see Auberon doing that the most. But I don't really think he will. I mean, or I don't know that he will. We'll see where he's at in his arc by the time we get there, because his character may have developed, and who knows, he may have settled down, but we'll have to see by the time that happens. He may very well end up starting his own colony. We will have to see. Also, he does have a mouse on hand, but I think we'll leave that lavender there and just kind of remember where it is, because he can sell this off and give this as gifts to some of the cats to raise reputation and to be able, or to raise his reputation to be able to earn some muse. So let's come in here, and I think, do we have any marigold to give Luna? He might. It's actually already getting pretty late. He went to bed so late, I think he woke up really late, too. Let's give the marigold. She seems pretty pleased with it. And he doesn't really have a lot of prey to give, but I feel like he would give Robin this valerian now that he knows she likes it. She's actually really... I feel like, despite himself in many ways, Auberon is starting to warm up to some of the cats, especially the ones that have been really friendly to him, like Robin and Savannah. Despite his desire to be alone, I think he is starting to possibly warm up to them a little bit, and to genuinely consider it. Oops, I didn't... That was an oops. That was an oops. I meant to hold that. And then I feel like there are others that he's probably not so keen on, and I feel like he would kind of just grumpily bring a golden seal to Arthur, even though I don't think Arthur's gonna like that much. Oh, Arthur was okay with it. I feel like Auberon kind of meant it in just a cranky pants. Well, you know what? You don't like me. All you get is plants, because he doesn't really have the respect for plants that like a lot of the other cats do. He doesn't really see much use for them. Let's go grab some of that. Oh, Leo's out here. I feel like he would still be really skittish around Leo and be like, huh, kind of, and scoot away. But I think he would he really doesn't have the same kind of respect for plants that a lot of the other cats have had. And I feel like he kind of would not have intended that to go over so well. He's kind of a little bit of a cranky pants towards Arthur. They've kind of clashed a little bit here, but I think he would go gather this up real fast and try and sell it off. And his full intention at this point, at least what he tells himself, whoa, is to just get what he needs and then leave. But it seems like maybe, despite himself, he's beginning to change and beginning to understand that, hey, maybe other cats aren't so bad. Maybe it's not such a bad thing to have friends. And I don't think he would ever admit that out loud. So our reputation is pretty good right now. I don't think we're going to bump it up further. Leo is here, but I think he would go sell some of it off, or sell some of his stuff off to Delta here. And we'll visit the shop. Let's sell some items, and I feel like he probably would. We'll sell all this off. He doesn't see much use for lavender, because first of all, plants he doesn't really appreciate, and second of all, he feels diplomacy should be done by fighting. He's not a big believer in diplomacy, he's a believer in strength. But let's see, I feel like before he heads out, he would chat with Robin and just say hello. Have you explored the highland to the east? Some cats say there's a lake way up high on the cliffs where you can catch fish. Arthur claims they've caught a catfish there once, but I never saw it with my own eyes. That is good to know. Maybe that's the only place that catfish spawn. And I believe we will need one at some point for this Forest Guardian quest. So the lake, the Highland Lake. Alright, we might have to make our way up there at some point and just see. That's a black hare. I think he would see it and recognize it and remember that, oh hey, I'm supposed to bring one of those back. I feel like he would be reminded of that in that and would probably bring this back to, because it's not out that far out of the way, he probably would bring it back to the Sacred Temple on his way there. Is that going to put us on the correct side of the river? No, it's not. So we won't cross there. We'll come down. It's not that far out of his way, so I think he would probably just drop it off real fast and grab some more of these flowers, because he has noticed that that Robin seems to like them. So let's get these mice as well if we can, because I believe mice are another thing that he has to bring back. Let's come down here. The river is here. I don't know how fast it is. It seems pretty slow. I think we can make it across, yeah. I feel like he still would be pretty cautious around the water, though, even though his swimming is getting better. And it is getting kind of late, but I think we will still stop in and drop some stuff off before heading back. So let's come down real quick. I think it's right down here, isn't it? It is. And we'll drop in quickly, and I feel like he would kind of just take his sweet time about this, but whenever he remembers, we'll be bringing stuff over to drop off. So I think one black hare, which we have, and we have two mice, and he mostly, I think, is even doing this because he doesn't want Coco. Clearly a cat that can teleport is not someone you want to be on their bad side, so I don't think he wants Coco to be mad at him. So he's a little bit just trying to be like, okay, fine, I'll help, but I really have no interest in this on my own, basically. So let's sneak across here. We might be able to make it home before midnight if we hurry and don't walk through the water like that. We're just a little ways up from it. There's a squirrel, but I think he'd be in too much of a rush to get home to think about stopping to try and catch it, because he does want to try and get home at a semi-decent hour if he can. He was out way too late last night. So I think we're going to go ahead and try and... Ooh, is he going to make it back? He might. He's probably not. Oh, he might. Alright, so I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up the episode here for today. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode right in the nick of time. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay, over and out.